General Hospital spoilers tease that one of the major and dramatic changes currently unfolding in General Hospital is the development of Danny's storyline.
As he gradually sinks deeper into reckless calculations, leading to decisions that could completely change his life and the lives of those around him. These risky calculations and actions are not spontaneous outbursts but the result of a long process of enduring pressure and a sense of abandonment. Every time Danny tries to take control of the situation, he digs himself deeper into even worse decisions, leaving those close to him unable to stop worrying about the consequences he will face. These decisions are not only intellectual mistakes but also manifestations of chaotic emotions, a loss of control, and despair that Danny is struggling with. Life shocks, fractured relationships, and unresolved secrets have caused him to lose himself, making him someone no longer clear-headed enough to make the right choices. And it is in this situation that someone can no longer just stand by in silence, someone who is needed to restore balance, Carly. Carly, who has always been known for her strong instincts and decisiveness, is now not only a witness but someone who must intervene and change the situation. Danny's missteps can no longer continue without strong intervention. Carly cannot stand by and watch him drive himself down a path of self-destruction without doing anything. She decides to step up. Not just as a mother, but as a warrior ready to protect what she loves, including Danny. Carly understands that she cannot allow her son to continue blindly pursuing dangerous calculations without someone stepping in, especially when he seems unaware of the severity of what he's doing. Carly will no longer just offer advice or guidance like before, she will act more decisively than ever. Carly's steps will no longer just stop Danny from making wrong decisions. They will include bold actions to ensure that he recognizes the consequences of his actions. Carly will not hesitate to stand up and show her strength.
Not only through words but through decisive and courageous actions. She will not let Danny continue down the wrong path without strong resistance. This creates a major turning point in the story.
Carly will face harsh challenges, but she will not let that stop her. Carly knows that to save Danny, she cannot continue to just be a relative, she must be a leader. Someone capable of creating change. She will not only adjust Danny's actions but will create a turning point in their relationship, forcing him to face truths he was never ready to accept. Carly's strong actions are not just about protection, they are a wake-up call, a shock that Danny needs to experience in order to wake up and reassess his decisions. This will make Carly an indispensable character. Everyone will realize that, although Carly is often known for her decisiveness and strength, this time she is using all her power to change the situation. Not just for protection, Carly is showing her leadership in a time when everything seems to be in chaos. And from these strong actions, Carly will prove that nothing can stop her when she decides to protect what she loves, no matter the challenge. The shocks Carly creates are not just plot changes, but changes that will have a wide-reaching impact on everyone around her. With every decision, every strong action, Carly will not only change Danny's fate, but she will also reshape her relationships with those she loves, making her an indispensable character in this story. Carly's actions will serve as proof of a woman full of strength, unafraid to face the hardest challenges and always ready to fight to protect her family. Carly, a longtime friend of Sam and Jason, is now facing a situation that she cannot accept. New developments in Danny's life are gradually becoming incredibly tense and dangerous, pushing her into a position where even a strong woman like Carly feels helpless. Danny, once considered an essential part of the family, is now falling into a series of reckless, thoughtless, and completely out-of-control actions. His decisions not only put him at risk but also leave his loved ones, especially Carly, worried to the point of fear. Danny's crazy and unconscious actions are forcing Carly to face an undeniable reality. She can no longer just watch, she must act to stop the horrific consequences he could cause. For years, Carly has always been strong, resilient, and ready to face any challenge. She has protected her family and friends from countless dangers, but this time, the situation is beyond her capacity. Danny's decisions are not just ordinary mistakes, they are choices that could destroy his life, throw everything into chaos, and push everyone into an uncontrollable situation. Carly understands that this is no longer just about a mother wanting to protect her son, it's about a larger responsibility, standing up and stopping Danny's wrong steps before it's too late. Carly realizes that while Danny is sinking deeper into dangerous calculations and poor decisions, she must change her approach. She must not just be a worried mother, but a leader. Someone capable of changing the situation. Danny's actions are leading him into a dead end that no one, not even him, can escape. Therefore, Carly can no longer just be an observer. She cannot let her son continue acting without strong intervention. But this is not an easy task. Carly knows that, while she's used to handling difficult situations, this time, the problem is not just a warning or advice. She must truly change Danny's actions, helping him recognize the consequences of what he's doing to himself and to those around him. This story is not just about stopping a wrong action, it's a fight to save Danny from himself. Carly must become the one to guide him, to change how he views life and his decisions. However, this story also brings to light something Carly cannot deny. Although she is a strong person who always faces challenges with resilience, this time, Carly is feeling alone in her battle.
She realizes that to solve this situation, she cannot do it alone. She needs help from those around her, especially from her loved ones. Carly understands that this is not just about protecting Danny,
but about the care and concern from those close to her, those who are ready to help her on this journey. This new story, while seeming like a challenge for Carly, is also an opportunity for her to realize that she cannot face everything on her own. She needs support, care, and love from others to solve it. Carly will not only do everything for her son,
but she will also have to find a way to confront herself and understand that she needs to care for herself as well as those around her on this journey.
The care Carly needs is not just to stop the mistakes Danny is making but also to find the support she needs to cope with all the challenges ahead. She will have to learn how to allow herself to receive help, so she can not only protect those she loves but also find peace for herself along the way. Therefore, Carly's story is no longer just about protection, but also a lesson in care, about seeking help and support from those around her. Carly will not just step in to adjust Danny. She will also have to find a way to keep herself strong, face the challenge without feeling overwhelmed. She needs to learn how to maintain balance while still protecting her loved ones. And in that journey, care will be the deciding factor. Carly, a longtime friend of Sam and Jason, has always been known as a strong woman, ready to face any challenge. However, this time, she is facing an incredibly tense situation, one that not only involves her family but also threatens the safety of her dearest loved ones. Danny, whom Carly has always considered like a son, is now heading down an uncontrollable path, one filled with reckless, dangerous actions. His poor decisions are not only putting himself at risk but also dragging everyone around him into dangerous situations. Carly realizes that if she doesn't act immediately, this could spiral into a real disaster, not only putting Danny at risk but also endangering her entire family. However, the story becomes even more complicated when Carly begins to suspect the information Lulu is holding. Everything seems to be getting more ambiguous, and Carly can't shake the feeling of unease. The information Lulu has seems unclear, and as Carly reflects on what's happening, she becomes more certain that the events unfolding are spiraling out of control. The truths Lulu has revealed don't seem to be entirely accurate, and Carly feels that what she's facing is not just a chain of events but a mystery being concealed. She realizes that if she doesn't uncover the truth right away, everything will be thrown into chaos. Carly knows that, in order to protect her family and those she loves, she can no longer stand by and do nothing. Each reckless action Danny takes is no longer just a mistake, it's a sign that things are slipping beyond control. However, she also realizes that the story doesn't stop with Danny, it's tied to a larger issue, the identity of Gio, who Carly has always considered part of her family. She cannot ignore Gio in this situation, as the threats against him are becoming more apparent than ever. Joe's identity might be key to everything unfolding, and if his secrets are revealed, not only Danny but also Gio will face dangers that are impossible to predict. Carly understands that, beyond stopping Danny's actions, She must protect Gio from the obsessions and dangers he may not even be aware of. The information Lulu holds could be the key to solving everything. But this same information is now a crucial piece in the tangled puzzle that Carly cannot allow to continue becoming an uncontrollable, insane obsession. She starts to realize that not only Danny but everyone around her could get caught up in a dangerous whirlwind, and if she doesn't act quickly, everything will collapse. Carly begins to feel as if she's caught in a battle with no escape, one not only to protect her family but also to protect Joe's identity and safety. She cannot allow anyone, whether Danny or anyone else, to harm what she has spent years building and protecting. Carly's decisions now are not just about stopping Danny from making mistakes. They're about protecting her loved ones from the escalating threats. She must figure out how to adjust everything, uncover the truth, and clarify every situation before things completely spiral out of control. Carly knows that, no matter how strong she is, she cannot do this alone. She needs help from those around her, from the people she trusts and loves. She won't be able to solve everything by herself, so Carly begins to learn how to trust and ask for support from her family and friends. She will face bigger challenges than ever before, but Carly is not one to give up easily. She knows that to protect those she loves, she will have to fight to the end, not only with Danny but with the ghosts of the past and the unclear dangers she's facing. With every decision Carly makes, not only Danny but also Gio and other loved ones will have to face new truths. Carly understands that the obsession and anxiety won't stop until she uncovers the truth and can protect everyone she cares about. She won't let this madness continue to destroy everything. She will stand up, do everything she can to change the situation, and protect her family from the looming dangers. Carly, a longtime friend of Sam and Jason, is known for her strength, decisiveness, and ability to stand firm in any situation. But now, she is walking a path where even she cannot foresee the consequences she will face. The decisions Carly is making are no longer merely about protecting her family but have become complex, risky, and dangerous calculations. Carly is beginning to push her own limits, not only because she wants to protect Danny but because she knows that if she doesn't act, the consequences will be far worse. While Carly has always been the one to control situations, she's now involved in a game she can't fully control. Danny's reckless, thoughtless actions are no longer simple mistakes. They are gradually becoming actions that could push everyone into unpredictable, dangerous situations. His decisions are becoming more precarious and uncertain. And Carly realizes she must intervene immediately to prevent everything from slipping out of control. But Carly's calculations are no longer just about protecting her family. Her actions are becoming more deliberate, and every decision, every action she takes, brings potential dangers that Carly cannot fully foresee. Although she knows she needs to protect her family and Danny, she also realizes that every step she takes now could push everything to an irreversible point. Carly's risky actions are forcing her to confront risks she isn't ready to face. In the storm of difficult decisions, Carly begins to realize that she is crossing a line. The dangers Carly faces now are not only from the people threatening her family but also from the very actions she is taking. Every move she makes could lead to a terrifying situation she can't even imagine. The changes in Danny's life and the relationships around him are becoming increasingly complicated. And Carly is faced with the reality that she may not be able to control everything. This story is no longer just about protecting her family. It's a battle for Carly herself against things she can't control. She is facing obsessions and threats from all sides, and she can't help but feel anxious about her next moves. Every decision she makes now is not just about protection but an intervention in a complex situation she's now involved in. Carly knows that, if she's not careful, her actions could cause everything to spiral out of control and lead to irreversible consequences. Carly begins to feel the danger she is creating for herself and her loved ones. Her strong actions are not only protecting her family but also creating immense tension within herself. Carly's decisions are gradually pushing her past limits she never imagined. She understands that the risks she's taking are putting everyone in danger, and if she doesn't find a way to control things, everything could collapse in an instant. Every decision she makes now is no longer just a step to protect but a choice that could completely change the future of everyone involved. The dangers Carly faces now are not only from the enemies she's facing but also from the potential mistakes she might make. Every step she takes is leading to an increasingly complex and uncontrollable situation. The changes Carly is making are no longer just protective actions, they are powerful interventions in issues she can't fully understand. And in the process, she must confront the rising obsessions with increasing danger. In the end, Carly understands she cannot continue down this path alone. Although she has always prided herself on her strength, she realizes that to deal with the current dangers, she needs help from those she loves. The changes Carly is making will not only affect her but also everyone around her. She will do everything she can to protect her loved ones and, at the same time, maintain control in a situation that is becoming increasingly unpredictable. The new dangers Carly faces cannot be solved with her strength alone, they require a combination of love, support, and unwavering determination. Danny, who has always been the one to endure and quietly face every challenge in life, is now beginning to sense a profound change in his relationship with Carly. Carly's strong and decisive actions, though driven by love and protection, have gradually created a powerful bond between them. Carly's sacrifices and determination have made Danny deeply appreciative. And he now realizes that in his eyes, Carly is not just his mother's longtime friend but has truly become a new mother figure, someone who provides the protection he has always needed. Carly's actions are no longer just typical protective steps, they are bold decisions and strong interventions in Danny's life. She has not hesitated to step in and help him in the most stressful situations, not only helping him stay clear-headed but also making crucial decisions that have the potential to change his destiny. Every action Carly takes is aimed at protecting Danny, but these very actions have etched one thing into his mind: Carly is the mother he has always needed. This is not just a replacement in role, but also a deep acknowledgement and gratitude that Danny feels towards Carly. If Carly and Danny's story ended here, it might not seem extraordinary. But in reality, their story is taking an unexpected turn. Recent events have led them both into a journey full of surprises, one that neither of them could have predicted the outcome of. With her strong actions, Carly is no longer just a protector, she has also helped Danny regain the confidence, peace of mind, and, more importantly, the love he needed. Their relationship has evolved from a simple bond to one that is deeply emotional and filled with affection. And this has laid the foundation for a new, crazy story that is now unfolding. Carly and Danny's story is no longer just about protection or mere acts of help. Now, with Danny starting to acknowledge Carly as his new mother, everything is moving into a new chapter, full of surprises and challenges. Their relationship is no longer simply a mother-child connection, but a journey full of tension, where secrets, conflicts, and important decisions will come into play, leading to a new, unpredictable, and crazy storyline. Danny's recognition of Carly as his new mother is not just an emotional shift. It marks a significant change in how he views his life. Before, he may have sought protection from others, but now he understands that Carly is the one he can trust. The person who will always be there for him, no matter what happens. This creates a new bond, a deep transformation in Danny's story. And it makes everything even crazier as past secrets and undisclosed truths begin to slowly surface. Carly is no longer just a protector, she has become an important figure in Danny's life. And their relationship is now the decisive factor in the events to come. This story is creating a new plotline, where Carly is not just the protective mother but also the guide. The one who will bring about significant change in Danny's life. This opens up a new chapter full of drama and unexpected twists. Carly's decisions now not only affect Danny but also everyone around them. Each next step will make the story even more unpredictable and insane.